upon Journing, Sogwins and Punabs. So I'm not going to mention too much about FTX and Solana. However, we'll just go quickly onto this one. We all know about FTX, don't we? Do you remember the skins that FTX had? The ship skins for the Opal Jet. Not sure what's going to happen with these. And also on FTX US, we've got the Star Atlas Unity necklace. That was a commemorative music necklace, increases crew loyalty, social cohesion, and also increases your overall good fortune in the Metaverse. Okay. That's currently not on the Star Atlas Marketplace. You can only find it here. And on the Star Atlas Marketplace, now remember this image here, Star Atlas Marketplace. Let's load it up, and we'll go to this NFT, Sammy Banks. You remember this one? Now, this is an NFT that has a little bit of a history already. Currently, you can find one for 161 USDC. Just be wary of this. It looks like a bot seller. It's always $1 lower than the rest on quite a few different NFTs. It might not be a bot. Hey, might just be a very active seller. So there's a history behind this one. This was a pilot's license that's been rebranded into a special crew NFT. Sammy Banks, named after Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX and the partnership that Star Atlas had with them. So if you remember the Rebirth campaign where you bought the posters, you buy the posters and you buy so many, you get an airdrop. And some of the airdrops were pilot's licenses, which Star Atlas said are, pretty easy to obtain, not worth a great deal in game. And people were taking advantage of them being the only holders of these, selling them to new people, newbies coming in for a lot of money. And Star Atlas weren't having any of it. They said, that's not the values that we represent. So what we're going to do is remake or rebrand these NFTs into amazing crew NFTs. So there's only 3,065 of these, and Michael Wagner of Star Atlas has said he's going to rebrand this one again, or likely going to rebrand this one again, but we don't know to what. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Very interesting. So that's it for FTX and Solana, and you decide what you want to do. I've decided I'm in it for the long run, so I'm just going to keep talking about Star Atlas. And if you just cast your minds back just a couple of days ago, remember Solana Breakpoint and all of this amazing content that was delivered by Michael Wagner, Michael Swagger, strutting his stuff up on the stage there, delivering some incredible content. And we'll go through some of that content next. This video is going to be a little bit back and forwards. I'm just going to blast through it all. You can then also pause and go back and try and, it might be a bit all over the place, but I've been struggling for a few days now trying to just get this video out. There's just so much to cover in all different areas that really I think the best thing to do is just start talking about it. But I'm going to try and rush through as well, just so that the video doesn't take too long. So I made a little collage as well, it's kind of like to keep me on track. The first one here, Scream. You remember Scream, the mini game that's coming out? Hopefully the test version is coming out the end of this year, and which will be no economy loops. It's just a test version. Well, that is now called Sage. So Scream is now Star Atlas Golden Era Sage. And Star Atlas is saying this is a cartographer style game, which is unique to Star Atlas. Note, they're not saying cartography. It's a cartographer, so creator of maps. So maybe what you're doing or what we're doing is creating the Star Atlas map, because this lore is before current kind of times. So it's leading up to the next kind of version of the game. So I guess we go out and create the maps, discover and create the maps. 6 new programs for Sage: combat, a map, inventory management, crafting systems, and others. There was a couple of other screenshots as well. One of them was here, and I noticed on this one on the left here, I could see right down at the bottom there were 3 of the resources. Food wasn't there, but the toolkits and the fuel and the ammo was there. So I just wanted to double check with Star Atlas. I said, is food actually going to be needed? And he says, yeah. Food, fuel, ammo, toolkits are all required for Sage. They will also be crafted by players in Sage and will no longer be subsidized by the DAO at a communicated point in time. Okay? Important. Also, all ship specs will have a job, perk, purpose in Sage. This will come in advance of the longer-term UE5 seasonal content pipeline. And that's also an important statement there, because the new roadmap for the UE5 version of the game was also announced. So this is it. We've got a 5 to 7 year roadmap. We're currently in pre-season, and then after that there's 9 subsequent seasons. Pre-season is the showroom. So this will be completed. Pre-season will be completed sometime in 2023. We've got R1, which is the showroom. That's what we're playing right now, the UE5 showroom. Then you've got R2, which is flight, dogfighting, racing, and multiplayer. There's some, I think there'll also be some in-game kind of chat and text, and the multiplayer, the flight and the racing will also have high scores, so it's going to be a competition as well. All the guilds can compete. Who's got the best racers and dogfighters? Then we've got R3. That's going to be crafting, building materials, and ship cargo and hauling. And note here, all players are going to build the Mud Central Space Station. So looks like whether you're Oni or Rooster, you're still going to build the Mud Central Space Station for us. If you look here on the right here, we've got this is the Mud Central Space Station. And in the bottom left of that image is the showroom. So what we're building, or what we're going to be building, is basically all of this, and this is a jump gate that's going to launch us into the next seasons, into the UE5 Star Atlas game. And then we've got R4, which is the Ecos Attack PvP looting skins. Very interesting. So that's sometime in 2023. All right. Then after that, we've got Season 0. And Season 0 is what Star Atlas is going to call Star Atlas Alive. Season 0. And what does that mean? That is, if I just zoom in a bit here, Season 0, combat racing. That's the first of the game loops, combat racing, and also a racer career, and a fighter career, and also Sage. So that's going into 2023 alongside the preseason. So preseason will still be going as this is going, and then they'll kind of transition over into Sage. So you would think Season 0, we've got racer ships and fighter ships. That's all that's going to be needed. So all these other ships that are out on the market right now, some might think they're going to be worthless. But do not worry, because like we said earlier, we double-checked with Star Atlas, and each of those have a use, have a purpose in Sage, all right? So, not financial advice, but you may need them in Sage. Also, shout out to Bullet from the club, who's I've been chatting to a lot over the past couple of days to try and get our thoughts in order of all this content that was delivered. Give Bullet a follow. He's a guru of Star Atlas knowledge. He's also asked Buntius on a couple of questions here. One was about the pack light that was showed in this video, which we'll see in a little bit. It looked like some kind of like basement area. But Buntius has said, actually, this is just kind of like a demonstration. It's not actually intended to be in the story. This is just to show the pack light docked up to something. All right. Also there, Floyd liner. So the Floyd liner didn't... Let's get onto that later. Let's come back to that one. All right, so after Season 0, remember, combat and fighters, we then have Season 1, ship mining. Oh, yes, sorry, let's go back. New racer ship? Does anyone know what this ship is? It looks to me like a new type of ship, new racer ship. And we've already got a couple of Opal racers, so maybe this is a different manufacturer. Maybe not. We don't know. We'll just have to wait and find out. But that looks new to me, and I'm interested to find out. Ship mining, Season 1. So that's going to be Space Miner career. Crew are gonna come out in Season 1, and then Oni Central Space Station and something that's called Space Habs. And if you read the Core, have you read Core yet? The graphic novel. It mentions Space Habs over there. A hub for me and you over there. Guion mentions that. And also a new miner ship. Looks like, I guess that's a miner ship if we're talking about space mining. Now, let's take a look at the... Is it this image? No. Here it is. Now, this is the Armstrong Imp work in progress image that we've got. And we know that the Armstrong Imp from the Gal brochure, number 2, is going to be a ship. Let's go back here. Let's take a look. The Imp Tap, that's it, is the medium miner. Imp Tap is the medium miner, and then the Armstrong Imp is the capital miner. Let's go back to that. So this is what it could look like. Really cool looking ship. And yeah, this is kind of like inspiration and ideas. So we're going to see some kind of version of this, I imagine. If we take a look at the front of this one here, look. Just take a look at the front of that, and then we'll compare it now to that image. Yeah, possibly. There's some resemblance here. Yeah. Yeah, there's some resemblance there. Okay, so yeah, looking forward to the new miner ship as well. Then we've got Season 2, Game Hunting. This has been referenced before, previously. There's going to be a FPS kind of game hunter career. So you can actually build a career as a game hunter. And also mounting. I think that's new. I don't think that was mentioned before. Mounting. These go out on this planet and ride a wild deer or something. Then you've got Season 3 is bounty hunting career, and also the Ooster Central Space Station. And then we've got Smuggle and Freight for Season 4, and also Player Space Station Creation in Season 4. Season 5 is Land Mining and Crafting. So Mining Outposts, Manufacturing Career, Mud Central Space Station. Well, that's interesting because we're kind of building the Mud Central Space Station, aren't we? In the pre-season, so not sure what's going on there. I guess it's just not down to the minute details, is it? It's we're just building kind of this mass structure, maybe not the tiny details. Season 6, Exploration and Transport, Exploration and Passenger Transport, RTS Fleet and Crew Command. Homeworld Planets. Season 7, Repair and Salvage. Korea. And All Ships Flight Ready. Very nice. Season 8, Rescue, Refuel and Politics. Rescue, Refueler and Politician Career. Fully decentralized. Star Atlas V1. And that is 5 to 7 years out. All right. So each season, 9 seasons. 5 to 7 years, it's approximately 9 months per season is what we could kind of expect there. So it's a long way away, but what's fantastic is that we're getting each career kind of coming up. So that's worth thinking about, because does that mean that us we kind of OGs that are getting in early, we can basically build up our characters with every single career path if we want to, all the way up for the next 5 to 7 years, and someone new coming in 7 years later is then going to have to decide really what they want to do, because it's going to take a lot of time to build up a career. We could be playing this literally 5 to 7 years, building up our character with each individual career path. So I would expect in 7 years we should be pretty gangster, pretty skilled and leveled up, I'd hope. But also to keep us going, we've got Sage as well. Right, you're probably quite bored of me now. That's a perfect place to stop. So let's continue with part 2 of the video, which is probably going to be the same amount of time. And I'll get that uploaded straight away also. So ciao for now. Join me in part 2.